said, both Hoosac fans until they get to the end.
So basically 2 out of 3 if they hold court.
That's right. Let's take a look at the girls' end of it, Rick. And of course, Drury in Class C, they're in number 1 with a record of 12-4, and I think they're firmly ensconced in the number 1 position in Class C. And they are also, that game does nothing but help Drury, in my opinion, even though they got beat.
Yeah, anytime you play up and play a bigger division team that's been there before with a
Rivals.
I think Hoosac came.
Rivals.
I think Hoosac came out cold the other day. They need to get off to a much. I think Hoosac came out cold the other day. They need to get off to a much better start. I think I watched the game. It was the first time I saw the Hoosac boys play up at Drury, and I thought they were a little bit tight. Aiden Wicks had an ankle injury. I didn't know that until the couple nights after, and I think he was short the whole first half. And then in the third quarter, he heated up a little bit. He needs to get his average or better. And then you need the role players, Craig Field and Mazzio, who get 8 to 6 points a game, need to get those 8 or 6 points. They didn't get it last time. So I think the key for Hoosac is it's tough to win here in Hurricane Dome.
Yeah. Rick, what do you think?
As far as the Blue Devils are concerned, Tim, I think what they have to do is to keep Shane Fauscher involved in the offense for 32 minutes or as long as he's on the floor. The last several games, the Northampton game, the Lennox game, the game last Friday night down at Wacona, he started out with a blaze of fire and sometimes has scored the majority, if not all, Drury's points very early in the first quarter. There was one game where he scored 15 points with 4 minutes left in the first quarter and then got cooled down a little bit. So it's just the way the ball bounces sometimes. But last year, many, many times we had games, and John, you would remember this, at halftime, the only scorers were Sammy Mormon and Jorge Vaughn.
Right.
Other kids got involved as the game went on. And so, Jorge's going to score his points, but they just had to play the same way, play their style of basketball, play the way that they played against Wacona last week, against Northampton, and they'll be fine. Even in a hostile environment and even away from home, they should be okay as long as they get some scoring from a couple other players. Sammy Bullitt, Braden Durant, they're going to be okay.
Yeah, I think the X factors in this game for both teams, you just touched on a little bit. I think Sammy Bullitt, who's starting to come around now, he suffered an injury earlier in the year. He's kind of working his way back. He hasn't scored the young man who has now inserted themselves in the starting lineup, Terrell Johnson, the junior, who's averaging now 8 points a game. He was coming off the bench. I believe he's now in the starting lineup, and I think he's an X factor for Hoosac Valley. He really wasn't a part of that foul.
After that, I think he's just got to score. You got to keep shooting and keep shooting with confidence. And I think like Mazzio and Field, both players that I was looking to see what they would contribute, didn't contribute much the first game, and they're going to have to score their averages. Like right now, Hoosac's the underdog even on their home court. Drury's 14-2. There's no doubt in my mind Hoosac can win this game. Drury's got a battle. Hoosac-Drury is a battle. It can go either way. But Hoosac's got to do all the little things right to make it happen.
Well, before we get started here, we want to give a shout out, Rick. We always have a few shout outs during the game. We want to give a shout out to all our friends down at the Adams Pizza House who faithfully watch our broadcasts. We also want to give a shout out to Drury's #1 fan here, Paulette Wine, who's right behind us.
Yeah, you never know, Tim. When you think that you've got a lot of folks, you have more than you know watching this ball game.
Well, we talked about earlier the unsung heroes and the role players, and we didn't mention J.J. Prengruber. I saw him warming up.
Yeah.
I thought he had a huge difference in that first game, came up with some big steals, and he wasn't a big part of the rotation last year. So that was a key player for Drury that does all the little things. I'm looking forward to see what he brings tonight.
And we're just about ready now for the introduction of our starting lineups. The coaches and the officials shaking hands here before the start of this one. Here at Hoosac Valley, we got a big crowd here. It is getting enthusiastic, going to be a little bit raucous as it usually is.
Last week, I took a ride down to watch the Drury Wacona game down in Dalton, and I had not been in that gymnasium. And what a beautiful facility they have. What a gorgeous school.
Yep.
And they had a hostile crowd, and Drury just played their game, maintained the lead all the way, and they're going to try to do that again tonight. Hoosac Valley, I agree with John very much. Hoosac Valley has the capability to win this ball game, no doubt in my mind.
We ask for cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions.
Well, we hope some of the Drury fans will keep themselves down here so they're not in the broadcast. Paulette Wine gets a little carried away here, but she's.
Coaches, officials, and administrators. Let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate. All fans, please note, noise makers, horns, bells, and whistles are also prohibited when you talk from the Hoosac Valley. And now, let's meet your starting lineups tonight. First, for the visitors from Drury. That guard of freshman number 14, Braden Durant.
And Braden Durant, what can you say about the freshman? He has really come along.
Number 2, Sam Bullitt. That guard is junior number 10, Jorge Vaughn. And that forward is senior number 32, Connor Hinkle. Drury is led by head coach Jack
Connor
Hoosac.
Hinkle, what can you say about him? He does all the little things for the Blue Devils, John.
He's 5'10", and he plays 6'2".
Yeah, no, he's the glue on the team. I call him a glue player. He just puts everything together.
And here he is, Terrell Johnson, Jr.
That guard is senior number 1, Blake Mazzio. That guard is senior number 12, Aiden Wicks. And that forward is senior number 5, Connor Bradley. The head coach of the Hurricanes is Matt Larrabee. Our officials this evening are Bill Henry, Kurt Chalana, and Todd Andrews. At this time, fans, ask that you please rise, direct your attention towards the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right.
This is electric here tonight.
Right. We're getting the preliminaries out of the way. We're just about ready for the opening tip tonight between Drury and Hoosac Valley. And it is a big crowd here at Hoosac Valley.
Yeah, this is what high school basketball is all about. You can't beat rivalry night. I coached 7 years at Drury with the boys, and it's the most exciting nights of the year when you face Hoosac Valley, and we're in for a night tonight. My gut is telling me it's going to be a much closer game, and it can go either way. It'll be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, I agree with you. We'll see. All right, both teams getting last-minute instructions.
When you look at the Drury team come out, they got a freshman, 2 sophomores, a junior, and a senior. It's a well-balanced team that's fit to keep getting better and better. They'll miss Connor's leadership, and they'll miss their role player seniors, but they got a lot coming back at Drury. They want to put the icing on the cake to this year right now with the win over Hoosac.
Johnson and Fauscher to jump the opening tap. And they're gonna give it to Hoosac Valley on the tap. So Hoosac Valley will have first possession here. Coach is already taken off the warm-up. Drury with their man-to-man to the basket. Doesn't go. There's Johnson. What a rebound.
That's what he did in game 1, offensive boards.
Bullet all the way to the basket. He doesn't get his to go. And here comes Wicks. Wicks had a tough shooting night the first go-around when these two teams met, but he's looking to improve on that tonight.
Coming off his 1,000-point game, he's got to feel good, and he's got no pressure to get that 1,000 points.
Hey,
just
Johnson, he
just
can
play
get
your
up there.
game.
Yep. And there's Bradley. This is a big Hoosac Valley lineup. I think they've got a little bit of a height advantage. There's Wicks. Doesn't get it. And there's Johnson. He's very active.
Good rebound by Bond there. He's much better on the boards this year.
And that shot doesn't go by Bond. That's a matchup we'll be watching all night. Bond and Bradley. The jump off and score it. Nice penetration by Wicks to Bradley. And Hoosac Valley gets on the board first. And as you said, John, they want to get out and get out early.
Yeah, both teams had trouble scoring early in the first game, and Hoosac's the first one to cash in.
There is Hinkle. They're going to call a travel there.
Yeah, he made a good initial move, but then he got his foot stuck on the ground, and he didn't move it, and he moved it an inch, and it led to the travel.
All right, Mazzio. Hoosac Valley gets into their offense. Mazzio thought about it. Out to Bradley. He's going to take it start. Drops it off to Liebenau. And Liebenau with the basket. So Hoosac Valley gets out quickly.
Yeah.
They lead it 4-0.
Mazzio, game 1, I only saw him shoot threes. This time he's getting to the basket and creating for his team, and you got a good look there as well.
Fauscher strong to the basket. The sophomore doesn't get it to go. A lid on that basket early for Drury. They trail here 4-0. 5:39 to go in this opening quarter play between these two arch rivals.
Yeah, well, Drury's not scoring. Hoosac wants to keep cashing in and build a little lead here. Big possession here for both teams.
And Wicks. Ball's knocked away. Good defense there by Drury. And there's Bradley to the basket. It doesn't go. And here comes Drury. Bond. And they're going to call an offensive foul there as Wicks had Fauscher really lined up there pretty well, John.
Yeah, toughest call in basketball, but I think Wicks got in there in time. You're moving your feet and you got to get set, and it's the toughest call for a ref, but they called it right away, and it looked like the right call.
And now Mazzio here. He's running the point for Hoosac Valley, getting them into their offense. Mazzio down the lane, doesn't get it. And on the boards is Liebenau to Wicks. And Wicks doesn't get it to go. And there's going to be a foul on the rebounding action by Liebenau.
Yeah, big rebound by Shane Fauscher, but Hoosac is all over the offensive boards. Drury's got to protect the ball. That time they got a foul on Liebenau.
As you said, Rick, the atmosphere here is electric.
Right, it's a packed house for sure.
This is what high school basketball should be all about.
There's a Durant for three. Thus, freshman Braden Durant.
He's starting to shoot the ball the way he's capable of. He started a little slow this year, but midway he started getting hot, and he shows it there again. First shot of the night.
Oh, and there's Johnson. Nezio with the floater. Doesn't go. And here comes Bond. He runs it out. Throws it up. Doesn't get it to go. Good defense there by Liebenau.
Nice rebound there by Wicks.
Long three-pointer. Doesn't go for Wicks.
Good box out by Connor Hinkle. Kept Johnson off the boards, and Shane could clean up.
And there is Hinkle. And nice move by Hinkle and Connor. Oh, what a move by Connor Hinkle.
Hey, once you draw that contact, you want to get the shot off. He found a way to spin it in, and now he's got a chance to earn an old-fashioned three.
And Drury's got their first lead of the game here, 5-4. Pending the foul shot by Hinkle.
First substitution of the game, guys. J.J. Pringober Jr. in the ball game.
And
he's earned every minute he gets on that floor.
Last game it was the same thing, a couple streaks each way, and then Drury went on a big one. Right now Drury's on a 6-0 streak.
And Hinkle makes a three-point play, and it's a 2-point Drury lead, 6-4 here. 3:45 to go in this first quarter of action. It's a loud gymnasium here at Hoosac Valley. Wicks takes it, and he's going to be fouled on his way to the basket. And I think they're going to call it on Pengruber.
It is.
Just into the game for Coach Rissette's Blue Devils. There's a pull-up by Wicks. Does not go.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't call that one shooting. They got it on the floor, and they got a good look, but they couldn't cash it in.
And the ball can't be controlled, so Hoosac Valley gets a turnover here. They can tie it, take the lead here. 3:10 to go in this first quarter of play. And there's Wicks. And pick and roll, thought about it for a minute. And Mazio fouled on the floor.
Fauscher.
Yeah, it's going to go against Shane Fauscher.
That's his second.
Yeah, he got the offensive foul, and then that one. He's now got two, and he's coming to the bench, I think. Hamilton coming in, and Bullitt back in for Durant.
Yep. Yep, in for Drury. Also seeing his first action, Lucas Hamilton, a senior, number 21. And Todd Andrews going to talk to Quinnell. And
Todd Andrews is a very seasoned referee, and he tells me he talks to the kids.
right.
He's not hasty. He lets them play ball, but he talks to them first.
Well, as we pointed out, this is an experienced crew here tonight for this one, and you need it. Different kind of a high school game. There's Wicks to the basket. Doesn't get it go. And here comes Drury again. Bond in the open court. And score.
That's just knowing where to attack and get your shot. He didn't take the layup. Liebenau took away the layup, so he made it a 4-foot bank shot. Nothing but net.
8-4 Drury. And shot blocked there. And they're going to call foul on the action. Going to go against Liebenau. That's going to be his second. And into the game for Drury is Zane Cayley for Connor Hinkle.
Yeah, no, Eden Wicks is a great scorer, but he's having trouble once again finding it against his arch rival. Drury wants to keep him on the schneid for as long as they could, because once he gets going, watch out.
And there's Bullitt from the top. Doesn't get it. There's Johnson. The putback by Bond. He's going to go to the line and shoot a pair.
Boxed out very well there.
I have the privilege of coaching Jorge in soccer, but I'm telling you, I just love watching him in basketball. Last year, he wouldn't have got that offensive rebound. He's doing all the little things this year. I'm super impressed with how he's improved his all-around game.
Yeah, I agree with you, John. He does so many different things well.
He is got to make his free throws for he's such a good shooter. There's times where he can get a little short, and right there he missed his first one.
And he makes 1 of 2. And Jorge has 3 points now. And Drury has the 5-point lead, 9-4 here, with 1:50 to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, that's a 9-0 run for Drury. Hoosac's badly in a need for a basket.
Oh, and there goes Bradley right to the basket. And he's fouled. He's very aggressive going to the basket, John. He's very, very strong.
Yeah, this is only the second time I've seen Hoosac this year, and I was impressed with Bradley's ability to go to the basket. He wants to finish that one, of course, disappointed it rolled out, but now he can earn it at the line. They need a bucket, at least one, hopefully two for Hoosac here. I did remember him being a great free throw shooter up at Drury. That's a good form right there for a big guy. I would try to get him going to the basket all day and get him to the line because I think he's got a great foul shot for a big guy.
And both student sections for Drury and Hoosac on their feet here. And Bradley gets them both.
I couldn't even jinx him. He made them both. That's good. I didn't mean to jinx him. I'm impressed with his form. He's got a great rotation.
Ball knocked away. It'll stay with the Blue Devils there. Nice play by Aiden Wicks.
Yeah, he's just a good athlete on both ends of the floor. I'd like to see him get going for Hoosac's sake, but he's doing a good effort on the defensive end.
And Hamilton tied up there. That shot doesn't go. That's a tough shot there. And Hoosac Valley's got numbers. Nazio doesn't get it. Ball tapped away and Drury controls the ball. Here comes Bond. And they're going to call an offensive foul there on Bond. That was pretty easy to call. They had him lined up and
well, Bond made an attacking move and Payton did a good job stepping in, and Bond was committed to the move, and Payton got there before he did, and it's an offensive foul all day.
Both teams know their job on defense, and they're both going to draw offensive fouls.
Good point there, Rick. Absolutely right. And both, of course, these teams are well scouted, so they know what they're up against.
I coached Ben Payton's dad in JV here.
Oh, a three-pointer for Aiden Wicks. He's on the scoreboard.
Yep, there he goes. Ties up the game. This is the quarter that Hoosac needed. 9-9. They're in the ball game. That's all they wanted to be.
Nice backdoor pass to Bond. He's got 5 points now. Drury leads 11-9.
Bond went backdoor all night the other night, too. They were telling me he couldn't score from outside, and he got about 5 backdoor layups because they got to worry about his shot so much.
Hoosac will play for the last shot. 10 seconds to go. Wicks in isolation. There's Bradley from the top. And he's got it for three. Oh. And that's the buzzer for the first quarter of action here at Hoosac Valley. And the score is Hoosac Valley 12 and Drury 11. And a big three-pointer from Bradley. And you get that kind of a contribution from Bradley. That's kind of unexpected, boy. That's going to be difficult for Drury to defend.
The clock was winding down. He really had no choice. And again, he got a great shot up and buried it. Hoosac went up 4-0 in the first 3 minutes of the game. Then Drury went on a 9-0 run. And it looked like Drury was going to open up a lead, and Hoosac responded with 7 points in the last 3 minutes of the quarter and take a 12-11 lead into the second quarter. Yeah, you got a ball game going here. It's going to be Drury's ball to start, down 1. And it'll be interesting. The second quarter is where Drury took over the game at Drury. And we'll see what happens up here. Because 12-11 right now, Hoosac's very happy with that big 3 at the buzzer.
Right. This is the quarter up at Drury, as you indicated, John, that Drury separated themselves from Hoosac Valley. And really, Hoosac Valley never really recovered.
Yeah, well, if you want to talk about statistics and tonight being a different night, Hoosac scored 10 points in the whole first half. They already have 12. My feeling so far is it's going to be a close game, and the first quarter was very true to that.
Okay, the starting lineup for Drury is back on the floor. Bond, Fauscher, Hinkle. Bond to the basket, doesn't go. That's a tough shot, but he gets his own rebound. Oh, it's stolen away.
By Durant.
By Durant, and there's and a good play there. Ball blocked by Bond. Nice job, Jorge Bond. Blocked Peyton's shot there. Saved the basket.
Yeah, he did a great job avoiding the body. Great block on top. I thought he was going to get him in the body.
And the ball is going to go out of bounds. Wicks missed that long three-pointer. Just joining us, Hoosac Valley here with the 1-point lead, 12-11. Just starting the second quarter of play, 7:31 to go in a hotly contested contest between these two arch rivals. And they're going to call a jump, and its ball's going to go over to Hoosac on the tie-up.
I've seen Hoosac play twice, and they play very good on the defensive end. Anytime that ball goes low, they're getting a hand on it.
All right, here comes Wicks now. He's on the point. For the game, the three-pointer rattles in and out there. That was Carson Durant, the junior. Here's Bond. Good! Count it. Jorge Bond with the 3. And now Drury has the 2-point lead, 14-12. Bond with 8 points in this one.
Yeah, that was deep, but you can't leave him open. That's too good of a look for him. Hoosac's disappointed with that defensive.
Bradley to the basket. Doesn't get it to go. Numbers for Drury. And it's got another one. Bond. Good play there by Hinkle.
That's great inside-out basketball, but again, if I'm Hoosac Valley, I can't leave Jorge Bond that wide open. Biggest lead of the night.
And now Bond with 11 points here in this first half. There's Wicks. Can't find it. Ball doesn't go. Oh, nice pass down low to Peyton.
Great pass by Field.
Yep, Field to Peyton for the basket. And Peyton gets on the scoreboard. Oh, nice steal there by Wicks. All the way to the basket, does not go with the layup. And here comes Bond. That doesn't go.
Oh, Bond got hit in the head.
Yeah.
He's down still.
Yeah, he's shaking up there on the floor. And they're going to call a foul on this end. Bond shaking up. He's still on the floor. Got hit in the head on that penetration move to the basket.
Yeah, the Drury fans are holding their collective breath.
Oh,
right
yes,
now.
sir. With 5:25 to go in this first half, it's Drury with the 3-point lead, 17-14.
It seems to be upper extremities, John.
Yeah, it
looks like on the head.
Yeah.
right. If it's a head injury, you'd rather, like maybe getting poked in the eye, you're going to recover from that. It looks like he's got poked in the eye more than a head, like a bang.
Right.
But
Yeah, may have taken a finger to the eye, so he's going to try to shake that off.
yeah, that's painful, but you're going to recover from that better as long as your vision doesn't get screwed up. You don't want to see him go down with a head injury. That's going to lead him to miss a couple games.
Yeah, he's going to go to the locker room here, and Pengruber in for Bond. And the ball almost stolen away. Yipsy-doo, doesn't go. And they're going to call foul on the rebounding action. That one's going to go against Craig Field.
They're letting them play for the most part. It's physical on both ends, but that one was one reach in too many.
Right. Drury has the basketball in the three-point lead here with 5:10 to go in this first half. Durant now going to run the point for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, who's going to score for Drury now? Because Jorge's had their last 5 or 7 pretty much.
Hey, on the foul, Ben Cachet is going to check into the lineup for Hoosac Valley. He's going to replace Peyton. So he's seeing his first action of the night.
Shane Fauscher scoreless. I talked about how hot he got in the first quarter of the last several games.
Yeah,
Hasn't been an offensive factor quite yet.
Yeah, I don't even know if he got a shot off yet. That's a good find.
Yeah, it is. Oh, rattles in and out halfway down for Durant.
That's a great look by Prenguber, who was in trouble in the corner, and he found Durant open, but it went in and out.
Drury's doing a great job of running Wicks off that three-point line, John.
They make him earn everything he gets.
And they're going to call foul on the action. It's going to be a 2-shot foul.
Hard work on the offensive glass there by the Hurricanes.
Right. Inside move there.
Drury does a great job rotating on defense, but sometimes those rotations lead to not being in place for the
That's
defensive
3 on Shane
rebounds.
Fauscher, fellas.
Oh, that's a big call.
Now you have him and Bond both out of the ball game.
Yeah.
This is uncharted territory for Drury for sure.
Yeah. Coach Reset didn't know he had 3. Someone missed it on the bench. Now he's going to sit for the rest of the half, and who knows how much in the third quarter.
And Bradley makes his third foul shot in a row.
Shane picked up that offensive foul, and I think it got missed on the scorebook somewhere because that's 3. They usually don't play him when he has 2.
And he misses that one. His first miss of the night, and it's 17-15 Drury here. 4:20 to go in this first half of action. And as you said, John, uncharted territory. Bond and Fauscher on the bench.
Yeah, no, your 2 leading scorers on the bench. Who's going to score for Drury?
And there is Hinkle on the base. Oh, score it! Power move by the senior Connor Hinkle.
Like I said, Connor Hinkle's the glue when the Drury Blue Devils need a basket. Made a great move, and now he's got another chance for an and one old-fashioned three-point play.
And he gets it.
I
The
think
three-point
that's,
play.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Yep.
For 6 points.
The old-
all big points.
The old-fashioned way. Well, he's got 6 points, and it's a 5-point Drury lead, 20-15 with 4 minutes to go in this first half.
Great defense.
No good on the shot. That went over. And again, Drury is doing a tremendous job running Wicks off that three-point line.
Wicks got a step on bullet and took it hard to the basket, and Connor did exactly what he should have done, helped. Made him pick up the dribble, made him kick it out. He ended up getting the 3, but the rebound went over the rim, over the backboard, and back to Drury.
And that's going to go off there.
Is that on all?
So Drury inbounds the ball. And the kick out, the bullet misses it.
That's a good look.
Yeah, he had a real clean look at the basket. Durant. And that's nothing but air, so ball will go over to Hoosac Valley.
I don't believe they played at all this year without Bond or Shane Foster out for lengthy periods of time. I'm sure of that. It's a good test for them right now. Good chance for the Hurricanes.
Absolutely. Yeah, Wicks in the corner.
Well, they've had a great year, and the depth is paying off here, and they just got to find people to score. They got people that can play defense, but they need someone to put the ball in the hoop.
And from the corner, count it for 3, Wicks. Nice pass by Bradley to Wicks.
Caught it in rhythm. That's his best shot of the night. He made one earlier, but that one was in dead rhythm.
That's his second three-pointer of the game.
And they get another rebound, so chance to tie or take the lead.
Oh, beautiful pass. Mazio on the pass to Cachet. And it's tied at 20 apiece. And the putback by Hinkle.
Great catch by Hinkle and a great finish.
Hinkle's got 8 points, and he's doing a yeoman's work for the Blue Devils underneath the boards. Bradley. And Mazio, that's a long three-pointer. But Hoosac Valley. There's Bradley up the top. Doesn't go. Drury with the 2-point lead on the ball here. And a shot blocked away by Bradley. And here comes Hoosac Valley now. There goes Wicks to the basket, and a lot of contact, and it looks like on the action, that's going to be, I don't know if that's on the shot or not.
Yeah,
they're going to call it on the shot.
Calling it for 2, and Durant took a hard blow there too.
Boy, these teams are playing hard, Rick.
Second foul on Sam Bullitt.
A lot of physical contact.
Braden Durant, who's played a lot,
he is
finally get a rest.
Yeah, he's gassed. He's coming out of the game because
senior number 20 Romy Alvarez in the game.
Yeah, you got 3 bench players. They usually rotate only 2 at a time.
Ball stolen away. And score.
Great finish by Prenguber.
It's a 4-point Drury lead.
Used his body great to get to the basket there.
Bradley with a beautiful spinning move and score. Oh, that was a beauty. Cornell Bradley. And it's a 2-point Drury lead. There's Hinkle at the top. Tries to muscle his way in. Romy Alvarez, and there's Hinkle again. This is the dipsy-do. And there's a strong rebound by Johnson. And they're going to call an offensive foul there. Nice defense as Pengruber had Bradley set up.
Pengruber's had good minutes. He got a driving layup and just took a charge. Those are the little things I talk about. I've been very impressed with his play all year.
And Bullitt going to run it. We're under a minute to go here. And the ball almost stolen by Bradley. 48 seconds to go in this first half. Drury with the 2-point lead, 24-22.
With Durant and Bond on the bench, you had Bullitt running the point there. That's the first time I've seen that all year.
Oh, ball stolen away. To the basket is Mazio. Missed the bunny. And from the corner, Bradley, they're going to call a foul there.
Over the back on Pringle.
Yeah.
That's going to be the 4th team foul on Drury, and Hoosac Valley already with 4.
You know, John, the game as physical as this. That foul, you wonder, I think it was the right call, but boy, there's a lot of other contact going on.
Yeah, no, he would have got away with it if he didn't follow through. He tried to follow through. If he tried to tap back, he might have got away with it, but they called it 4-4, equal fouls, very physical game. Not too many fouls, but that one was called.
Hoosac Valley can play for the last shot here. There's 10 seconds to go. Bradley takes it hard to the basket. The foul by Johnson. And Johnson's tied it at 24. Drury with the last shot on the runner. Doesn't go. And we're going to end the first half tied at 24 apiece. Hoosac and Drury, and this has been a dandy of a game here in the first half.
Hoosac scored the last basket in each of the quarters, a big 3 by Bradley. And right there, Johnson had a putback to even it up going into halftime.
So we finished one half of play here at Hoosac Valley. We're tied at 24 apiece, and it has been a real competitive high school basketball game, guys.
Fierce defense on both ends of the court. But I guess the big news would be Jorge Bond getting a finger in the eye in the midway of the second quarter.
Yeah,
Right.
I just saw a signal that he got an elbow to the head, and it might be a concussion. So I don't know if we'll see him again.
Right, he did not come out of the he didn't come out of the locker room after he went into the locker room there with about 4 minutes to go in the first half. He made a penetrating move to the basket and looked like he might have gotten hit in the head, whether it was inadvertently or not. And he went to the floor. He was able to get up on his own power after play was called. And when he came to the bench, he did go to the Drury locker room. So we haven't seen him. We don't know if he'll return. But we're tied at 24 apiece here as we finish this exciting first half of action at Hoosac Valley.
Yeah, both teams are playing some good basketball. Hoosac's very physical. Bond got hit in the head, but they've been physical on both the defensive end of the floor and on the offensive boards. And Hoosac's playing the game they want, and with Bond out right now, we'll see if he comes back. But this is a game that's a toss-up now if Drury's missing their leading scorer.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big hill for Drury to climb if Bond is unable to return to this ball game. That's for sure. We're at halftime here at Hoosac Valley. The score is Drury 24 and Hoosac 24. And while we have a moment, we want to thank Northern Berkshire Community Television for the broadcast of tonight's game here at Hoosac Valley. Drury and Hoosac Valley, right here on channel 1302.
Well, here's some interesting statistical information. This is the first time I can remember doing a game and giving a halftime statistics, at least scoring-wise. Each team with 6 two-point field goals, each team with 3 threes, and each team 3 for 4 from the line. So you're not at 24, and it can't be more any closer. Each team very close with fouls. Each team took offensive charges. It was a wash in the first half, and now it's 16 minutes.
Yeah, but you're talking about the Bond injury being a concern, but Foucher also the third foul. It's going to be key when he picks up that fourth foul.
Yeah, it almost seemed, as you indicated, John, when Foucher was signaled with his third foul, it almost seemed like Coach Reset was a little surprised about that. They may not have accurately counted the fouls, etc.
It happens every once in a while. You know what? When I coach, I usually try to keep everything in my head, but you need that someone to whisper in your ear.
That's a great point. But when Shane came out of the game, if you remember, he was coming out regardless.
Yeah.
And maybe Coach Reset wasn't. You're right. You may not be aware that was his second.
Well, I think mentally they might have forgot about the charge early in the first quarter because he got 2 defensive fouls and 1 offensive foul.
Halftime scores here. Even though he had to leave the game with the injury, Jorge Bond had 11 in the first half. Connor Hinkle played really well, kind of took charge when he had to as a leading senior. He had 8. Braden Durant had a 3, and J.J. Kringle had that layup for 2 for their 24. Quinnell Bradley, he had 10. Aiden Wish with a couple of 3s for 6, and then 2 apiece for Terrell Johnson, Ben Payton, Ben Cachet, and Ian Liebenow.
Yeah, well-balanced scoring for Hoosac. Bradley being their leading scorer. He's going to be okay. I heard Bond might be okay. We got the scorekeeper from Drury giving signals up to the fans. Yep. So my gut feeling is Bond will be back in the second half because I heard him say he's okay. So I hope I'm reading lips well. I'm not a professional.
I don't know. You're doing pretty good at it.
Before you read the lip shot, I saw the finger or the thumbs up, so I figured it was good news. I believe he did get an elbow. It's all information that we're just getting from folks in the stands. A slight cut and a bruise, but seems like he's okay, and he probably will be back.
Yeah, no, 40 years ago, there's no doubt he would have been back because we didn't have the concussion protocols we do now that we did then. But right now, they're going to make sure he's healthy, and then if he's healthy, he'll definitely be on the floor.
Well, if you're just joining us, we had a great interview in our pregame show with Billy Reeves, one of the all-time greats for Drury High School, giving us his reflections back to when he played in the early 70s, and that was really a treat.
And he had a great memory of not just the biggest games he played in or where he played, Tim, that you asked him, but some of the better players he played against. He didn't miss one.
Right.
Right. He had the Commerce kids' names and all the locals, the ones from South County.
Yeah, that was. I remember. He recounted that game they had up in the Army with Commerce. That was a great Commerce team. Nate Blount, Timmy Will. It was a great team, and Drury took them all the way to the end. He got beat in overtime, but what a great game. But here we are at Hoosac Valley, and we're tied at 24 apiece. If you're just joining us, story in the first half, a very, very hard-fought defensive struggle between these two teams. And we have, in foul trouble, we had Shane Fauscher had to go to the bench midway through the second quarter, and he had to go to the bench with 3 fouls. And, of course, the injury to Jorge Bond, who suffered a head injury, but we understand he's okay. He did come out of the game with about 4 minutes to go in the first half and went to the locker room. We're going to wait to see if he comes back out here. We got a couple minutes to go before we have the opening, before we start second half action here at Hoosac Valley. But we got quite a crowd here at Hoosac Valley for this one. It's been great. And a lot on the line here, as we talked about before the game for both teams. For Drury, they're firmly ensconced in Division 1. In Division 5. They're going to get the number 1 seed no matter what happens here tonight. But they would like to claim a share of their league crown. They are in a 3-way tie with Drury and with Wacona and Pittsfield. They'd like nothing better than to get a share of the crown. For Hoosac Valley, they come into the game with 9 wins. They're most likely going to pick up a 10th win somewhere along the line here as they try to qualify for the state tournament. But they are currently ranked number 9 in the state, and one more win will secure it. And Drury now coming out of the locker room, and Bond looks like he's going to be okay. John, that's wonderful news. You don't want to see anybody get injured, and it looks like he's coming out on the floor and going to play here in the second half.
And it looks like they're starting Fauscher. He's sitting down on the bench ready to start, too, even with the 3 fouls. So that'll be a key. Watching the Bond and how he responds with his injury and how Fauscher plays with 3 fouls will be keys.
Lucas Hamilton came in and did a pretty good job. He's not as much of a scorer, but he does everything else well, and I can't say enough about J.J. Prenguber's efforts.
And as you pointed out here, Fauscher has yet to score a basket for the Blue Devils. Likewise, Blake Manzio, who averages 9 points a game for Hoosac Valley, he was shut out in the first half. So both Drury and Hoosac Valley is going to need something from Manzio, and Drury is going to need some offensive contributions from Fauscher.
I thought Manzio did a better job creating on the floor, but he still couldn't find a shot to go. If he can get going, like you're tied 24-24, and your second leading scorer, the third leading scorer hasn't contributed yet. And
Right.
You know, if he gets going, that's only going to help Hoosac's causes big time. I like the way he's playing tonight. It'll be interesting when he finds his first basket.
You got to run down and scoring, Rick, before we get going here in the second half.
And I did.
Oh, you did it.
I did it.
That's right. I'm sorry. I've been so caught up.
I will promise you I'll do it again at the end of 3 if you'd like.
I'm so caught up in the excitement here. All right, we're tied at 24 apiece. Drury will have the first possession. We're glad to see Jorge Bond back on the floor for the Blue Devils. And here we go. Bond guarded by Bradley. That's quite a matchup between these two great athletes. Bond with the first shot. Doesn't get it. And there's Johnson over the back. Oh, they're going to give that.
Faulcher went after the offensive rebound, led to the tip out by Hoosac. That was in the first game. Johnson didn't start. He matches up well with Faulcher. He's a physical player underneath
beautiful.
there.
And score it. And Johnson's going to pick up the foul. Beautiful backdoor play there by Hinkle. Hinkle having a great game for the Blue Devils.
That's the second time Hoosac got beat on the back door. They play so aggressively defensively, and that was a great cut and pass by the Drury Blue Devils.
Hinkle has a chance here to make his third three-pointer of this ball game. The old-fashioned way, I might add. And he does. 3 for 3 from the line.
And we're 2 for 2 for not jinxing the foul shooters
You
tonight.
got it. 3-point Drury lead, 27-24. Bradley. Wicks thought about from way downtown. And Johnson. Thought about it for a minute. And there's Mazzio. They
Bravo.
A good defensive scheme for Drury, John. They just continue to run. They continue to run Mazzio and Wicks.
Well, you can say what you want about Coach Hoosac, what he's not good at, what he's good at. He's good at just about everything, but he's a great defensive coach, and they're showing the great defense tonight.
All right. Drury with the ball in the 3-point lead, 27-24. There's Hinkle again. Hard to the basket, and they're going to call a block there underneath the basket, and that's going to go against Wicks. I think that's his second.
Yeah, that's the toughest call in basketball, and I think they got it right again there. It was his first, but I think he was sliding in there, and they called it right there, too. It's a 50-50 call, and I think they got them both right so far tonight. And I know the best play in defense is taking a charge, but they couldn't get their feet set there.
And he's been perfect from the foul line. 4 for 4 for Connor Hinkle, the senior, for the Blue Devils. And Johnson checks out of the game and leaving out back in now for Hoosac Valley. It's a 4-point Drury lead. Gets them both, and he is having a great game. 29-24, Drury with a 5-point lead here.
Great start by Drury and Connor Hinkle.
Up and under doesn't go. And Bond thought about it for a minute. Nice defense there. There's a nice spin move by Hinkle. Doesn't get it to go this time, but a nice move. Here comes Hoosac Valley. Mazzio finds Wicks in the corner. Bradley's got room to the basket. Up and in, and he's going to go to the line and shoot a three-pointer. Nice move there by Bradley.
Yeah, you're right there. Once he got by you, you're better off just letting him go. Someone put a hand on his back so he could get a clean look at the basket, and he was able to bury it and now get a chance for a three-point play.
He leads
I was going to say, he had a nice, solid overall game.
Yeah, he leads Hoosac Valley with 12 points. And he's
3 for 3, I think, from the free throw line.
Yeah. So it's a 2-point Drury lead again, 29-27. And Bond with the ball at the top, guarded by Bradley. Bradley on top of him. And the ball knocked away there. And Drury's not afraid to go to Hinkle down low. They feel he's got a mismatch there. Oh, ball stolen away by Mazzio. He looks like he's going to try to go all the way to the basket.
And
he
there's
does.
his first bucket. Tie game again. 5-0 early on in both halves. There were streaks. 5-0 Drury, 5-0 Hoosac. We're tied up again.
Yep. Both teams won 5-0 runs, John. You're right. We're tied at 29 apiece. Bond looking to penetrate the step back jumper. Doesn't go.
That's his first shot of the second half. It looked good, just a little long.
Oh, ahead to Bradley. Score. Oh, that's a beautiful look by Mazzio to Bradley. And now Hoosac Valley with the lead, 31-20. First lead in a long time. There is Hinkle. Being muscled there by Libano. Bond doesn't get it to go. Nice work. And they're going to keep it. A lot of contact underneath there.
Good defense by Libano and Bradley on Hinkle's drive to the hoop.
Bond a little long on his drive, but he did a good job keeping the rebound alive, and Drury gets the ball back. See what they can do with it.
Oh, nice backdoor pass. Oh, the Hinkle doesn't go. But he's going to go to the line and going to shoot a pair.
They've run that play on both sides of the floor now. Backdoor cut by Hinkle. That time the foul
Tim.
was called on the floor.
Oh, boy. All right. That's the third foul on Libano, and they're calling it on the floor. Okay, so Drury will inbounds underneath the basket. Hinkle on Libano. Just a strong play there. And there's Libano ahead. Numbers for Hoosac Valley. There's Wicks to the basket, and he's going to be fouled, but that's going to be on the floor. I think that'll go against Sammy Bullitt.
Yep.
If it is, that's his third.
And Coach Reset looks to his bench, and
That's actually his fourth.
it's going to be Pengruber, right? So he's going to come in now. And you're going to replace Bullitt. And a timeout by Hoosac Valley here with 4:41 to go in this third quarter, and it's a 2-point Hoosac Valley lead. And while we have a moment, we want to thank Northern Berkshire Community Television for the broadcast of tonight's contest. Our producer and camera person, Matt Tucker, putting it all together for us. And of course, the regular season ends. Hoosac Valley's got one game on Monday, and then, of course, the Western Mass tournament starts, Rick. And as we previewed earlier in the broadcast, on the boys' side, Drury is number 1 in Class C. That division concludes Greenfield, Ware, Lee, Palmer, Athol, Lennox, and McCann, who's number 8. Setting up a potential matchup between those two, that'd be great. On the Western Mass Boys Class D, Hoosac Valley is in the number 1 spot, followed by Mount Everett, Libertas, Duggan Academy, Hopkins Academy, Veritas Prep, Munson, and Pioneer Valley Christian. And I believe Hoosac Valley ends their season Monday with Veritas Prep. So
if the seedings stay the same the way they are and it stays true to form, Drury will have to go through 2 Berkshire County opponents, McCann and Lee.
Right.
And Hoosac.
Oh, there's an inbound play. Good. Oh, beautiful block there. I believe that was by Foucher. And ball stolen away. Here comes Mazzio. No good. Oh, a lot of action. Bradley steals it away. Gonna take a step back. Doesn't go. And there's a foul on the action there. And that's going to go against Craig Field.
One of the biggest things that happened down there was the one-on-one, and Foucher was able to avoid that 4th foul because I was like, no. But he did a good job playing good defense and not picking up the foul, and they kept it out of the basket, and now Drury has a chance to tie or take the lead.
And there's Foucher on the outside. There's Pengruber to the basket. Oh, finds Bond from the corner. Good! Jorge Bond answers with a 3-pointer. That's his 3rd of the game, and it's a 1-point Drury lead, 32-31.
That's a great find by Prenguber, and Bond, when he's open, he's 3 for 3 tonight.
Mazzio thought about it for a minute. Dumps it off on the inside. Ball knocked away.
Quick hands by the Hurricanes to get it back.
Mazzio comes up with it. There goes Wicks down the line. His shot blocked. And Drury has numbers. Ball stolen back. And they're going to call a foul there on the play as Field. Nice pass by Bradley to Field. Back and forth, both teams.
Quick hands on both teams. The ball, loose balls all day. This is a dogfight. Every possession's a battle, and everybody's reaching, grabbing, clawing for it. It's a heck of a basketball game.
It really is. Yeah, and Field now goes to the line. He's going to shoot a pair for Hoosac. He can tie it here. And he does. That's his first points of the night. Craig Field, the junior, he averages 6 a game off the bench for Hoosac Valley. And he gets one more here. He can give Hoosac Valley the lead with 3:27 to go here in the third quarter. He missed it. We're tied at 32. Bond, hard to the basket, backs it back out. And they're going to call a foul and a technical on Bradley. That's a big turn of events here. So, Bond with the basket.
You're going to get the basket, you're going to get the and one, you're going to get the technical free throws, and you're going to get the ball. It's a huge call right there.
So Drury now has a 2-point lead. Bond going to go to the line and finish a 3-point play. And Drury will get the ball back also, as you said, John. That's a big, big turn of events here with 3:17 to go in this third period of action.
I assume he's going to stay at the line and take the technical after.
Right, I would assume so. No, Bond. He's got the first. He's 2 for 3 from the line tonight. He's got 17 points here with 3:17 to go here in this third quarter of action. And he's going to get one more. And it's a big, big turn of events here. Now Drury with a 4-point lead pending this foul shot. And they're going to have the ball back. So
Connor Hinkle's the glue for Drury, and sometimes that glue can stick on the opponent's nerves. And Bradley got mad at Connor Hinkle, gave him a little what to do after, and it led to the technical. And now we're talking this could be a 6-point swing if they get a 3-pointer.
Absolutely. Now Drury inbounds the ball now after the technical. Pengruber's got some room down the line. And Fauscher thought about it. And there's Bond. Steps back. Doesn't go. That's a long shot. And here comes Wicks. And Wicks with the turnaround. Tough shot for Wicks.
First 2-point field goal of the night.
Ball stolen away.
Yeah, Drury's got to protect that ball. They threw it in between two players right to a Hoosac player. Connor coming right back in. They want the glue.
And Bradley scores it and foul. He'll go to the line with a chance to tie this game up. Another run, John.
It's amazing how many runs there are. Drury had a great opportunity to take a big lead. They didn't score on their possession. And Hoosac responded with a 5-0 response, well, 4-0 response and a chance for 5 points to tie it up again. This is a back and forth. This will be like our 5th or 6th tie of the game.
Unofficially, I've got Bradley with 17 points here. And he ties it up. He rolls it in. We're tied at 37 apiece with 2:40 to go. And here comes Bond now for the Blue Devils. Both teams have gone man-to-man defense the whole way in this one, as you would expect. Hinkle. Ball knocked away and stolen.
That's happened several times tonight. Hoosac showing quick hands on the defensive end of the floor.
Bradley. Oh, no answer for him. And a foul on the action. Hoosac having their way on the boards here tonight. Yeah, they've had the better of it on the board.
They called it on Foucher, his 4th foul.
Oh, boy. That's a huge call. Huge calls. Cachet, the sophomore, going to go to the line, and Durant's going to have to come in for Foucher. Boy, that's big, John.
I thought they were calling it on Bond, which would have only been his 2nd, and they went to Foucher. That's a big call.
Yeah, I agree with you, John. I thought it was Bond that had the foul, but they called it on Foucher. Boy, that's big. He's going to have to sit down.
Yeah, no, and then you play different with 4 fouls, so that's huge.
Yep. 2:09 to go in this 3rd quarter of action. We're tied at 37 apiece. Cachet can give Hoosac Valley the lead, and he misses it. And there's a rebound by Bradley. Wicks with the open 3. Around and out.
Good battle by Hinkle to secure that rebound.
Absolutely.
Because Cachet was all over it.
Look at Bond. His rattles out, but the foul goes for Pengruber. J.J. Pengruber.
Yeah, someone missed an assignment there. That was the easiest basket of the night.
I'll say. And there haven't been many of them here with 1:38 to go in this 3rd quarter. There's Wicks. Down, nice pass off the Cachet. Boy, a lot of action. They're going to call a foul on Cachet.
And now Hamilton will be shooting 2.
Right.
Both teams are over the limit.
Right. And Drury's got the 2-point lead with 1:26 to go.
That was a good help by Bond preventing the layup, and then Hoosac battles for every offensive rebound, but Hamilton was able to get his body in there and drew the foul.
So Drury with 2 starters on the bench, both Bullitt and Foucher with 4. Nobody with 4 yet for the Hurricanes.
And it rattles in. Lucas Hamilton, Drury getting some valuable minutes out of the reserves here tonight.
Yeah, they've played all year. Like, you don't know how much they're going to play, but they always get their minutes. And tonight, they're doing the little things. They're not scoring a ton, but there's 2 big points for Lucas Hamilton.
He gets them both, and Drury with the 4-point lead now at 1:20 to go in this 3rd quarter. And this has been a dandy from Hoosac Valley. A packed house to see these 2 ancient rivals. And Tatro into the game for Hoosac Valley. And Wicks finds Bradley.
He's got great hands.
Yes, he does.
My goodness.
And there's 8 on the shot clock, so good defensive set. And there's a Tatro from the corner, doesn't get it. Cachet on the boards, he has been active. Wicks steps back, doesn't go.
That's off Drury.
And it's going to be an accurate call, John.
Good call, John.
Yeah, good call, John.
I've never missed a call from this side of the bench.
All right, so Hoosac Valley gets the ball back. And Bradley around his back. It's down and scores it. Beautiful shot by Peyton. That's his 2nd bucket of the game. He's got 4. We're down to a 2-point Drury lead again. 41-29. 24 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to hold for 1, but
There's a
Bradley's
very
gonna put
close, only 1 second difference in the shot clock. And Drury will run that clock down. Bradley and Bond. Bond thought about it, gets the back door down to low, and that's going to put Hinkle at the line. Nice play.
He kind of denied Bond, who wanted that last shot if he had it open.
That's a standard play by Drury, a double screen high, and then Bond can use it or not use it. And then if he doesn't get the look, then Connor rolls to the basket. He got inside position, and he uses his big wide body to create space and get to the line.
And Hinkle. He's had a great night from the foul line tonight. Unofficially, I have him 6 for 6 from the foul line.
Everything was done perfectly there by Drury, except for maybe leaving a little too much on the clock. We'll see what Hoosac can do with 3.6 seconds left.
And he's got 14 points, and it's a 3-point Drury lead here. 42-39. pending this foul shot by Hinkle. 3.6 seconds left. And finally misses one.
They took him.
And a lost ball.
They took him off the line there. He got the ball, and then they blew a whistle, and he lost his mojo. You got to keep your head on there. That was tough to keep it going.
1.5 seconds. Drury is going to get a last shot here. And they look to him.
Short.
That's not going to go. Good defense on that play. So that's going to do it for the third quarter of play here at Hoosac Valley. And it's Drury 42 and Hoosac Valley 39 in a defensive struggle. Of course, we were tied at 24 apiece at halftime. So we're going to go, looks like we're going down to the wire in this one, guys.
Yeah, it's a total different game than the one at Drury. And the feel was that Hoosac needs a win again in the tournament. A win against Drury, a top-rated team, would give them extra points. They're ninth, I think you said, in the state. They want to get it officially in with the 10th win. You knew Hoosac on senior night were going to play a much better ball game. They've had every opportunity, 4, 5, 6 ties in this ball game. And Drury's able to maintain a 3-point lead, but anybody's ball game in the final 8 minutes. We'll see which team goes on the next streak first.
As we enter the fourth quarter, another interesting stat. Sammy Bullitt and Shane Fauscher, even though Shane was in foul trouble, have not scored in the ball game. Right. And Braden Durant only with 1-3 in the first half. And
Coach Hoosac going right to Fauscher to start the fourth quarter. So he's either got to play smart and not pick up the 5th foul, or someone, when he does pick up the 5, is going to have to pick up his slack. Fauscher had a good game up at Drury. Tonight scoreless. We'll see if he can get off the schneid with a bucket early on in the fourth quarter, but he hasn't found one yet. Hoosac ball first.
Yep. Hoosac will have the first possession. Johnson back into the game for Hoosac Valley.
They run a play for Wicks, wide open.
Oh, we got a good look. And a ball goes to Drury on a rebounding action.
What a rebounder.
Hoosac Valley's had the better of it on the boards tonight, no question about it. They haven't been able to convert them, but they've had the better of it.
Hoosac had a great play. Coach Larrabee came up with a good one, but in and out.
That's it for Bullitt. He's done.
Oh, boy, they called it on Bullitt. Is that his 5th? It is his 5th. He's got to sit down. Oh, boy, that's a big loss.
He got his pocket picked, and that was it.
Yeah, that's a big loss for the Blue Devils. So now Coach Reset will go back to his bench. I'm thinking he's going to go to Pengruber now. But that's a big loss for Drury.
Yeah, that's a player that hasn't scored, but he's played in all these big minutes last year, and he's finding his way this year, and tonight he didn't have it, and now he's got to watch the rest of the game on the bench.
And they're going to call foul there.
Libano's 4th.
Yep. Yeah, moving pick there by Libano.
4's a wild on the floor, 44 with 4.
Yeah, and now into the game is Ben Payton.
And Ben's had 4 points and a pretty good game tonight. Libano plays his role really well, but Payton's been matching him on the floor, so they won't miss it too much.
Oh, they knocked Bond off the line there.
Yeah, that one could have been called.
They let it go. Like I say, these are tough games to ref. There's a putback there by Hinkle.
Yeah, and Connor took a hit, but he kept on going and got his way to the backboard and laid it in.
5-point Drury lead. Hoosac's had no answer for Hinkle tonight. That is for sure. Bradley knifing his way to the basket. And Bradley steps back, doesn't go. But there is Johnson on the boards, knocked away. Good effort there by Johnson, and Drury comes away with it. Big possession here for the Blue Devils. They can open up their biggest lead of the game. There's Durant, doesn't go.
Didn't get a very good look from that corner.
Yeah, no, he was fading away, and when you fade away, you're usually short, and then you didn't get rim. With 25 seconds left in the shot clock, you would have rather had a better shot.
Going to stay with Hoosac. Boy, that's a break.
That is a break for
right.
Aiden Wicks, losing it off his foot, but then going off Durant.
And again, defensively, John, very impressed. Drury has played Wicks extremely tight on the interior. They let him put it on the floor and take it to the basket. They're willing to go with that. They just don't want him to have those open looks from three.
Right, they don't want the open looks, and they make him put it on the floor, and when he does, they have help for him.
Right. Down the line, he's fouled. It looks like the body. They're going to call, I think it's going to go against Pengruber. It is. So it's 6:05 to go. Wicks will go to the line and shoot a pair.
That's 3 on Pengruber. The fouls are starting to mount. Bullitt fouled out. Fulcher has 4, and Pengruber has 3. And you know what? It's a great game. I hope that foul trouble doesn't get into anybody's way. I think the refs have been let them play a little bit.
Yeah.
But a lot of ticky-tack fouls right there. Pengruber got called on the floor, and Wicks is going to get to the line for 2.
He had not been to the line until just now.
He gets both foul shots, and it's back to a 3-point Drury lead. 44-41 here. 6 minutes to go in this ball game. Nice backdoor pass. Oh, it doesn't go. Pengruber had a good look at it. Alvarez with a beautiful pass.
Zane Daly.
I'm sorry,
Cayley.
Cayley.
He had a beautiful, beautiful look there.
Yeah, Pengruber was just going too fast at the basket and couldn't slow it down to lay it in.
Mazzio to the basket, and ball thrown away. Payton couldn't control that pass.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Mazzio, but you gotta pick up your teammate. Payton fumbled it.
And they're going to call block and foul on Johnson, and that's going to put Hinkle to the...
That's going to be 4 for Johnson, I believe.
You know what? Johnson did a great job trying to take it, but in the last minute he leaned his shoulder in, and I think it was an easy block call.
Yep, so Hinkle go to the line. He shoot a pair. He has been solid from the line tonight. I have unofficially 7 for 8. That's right, Rick. Thank you. 4-point Drury lead. Gets them both.
Timeout by Drury.
And Drury's going to call a timeout here with 5:29 to go in this ball game. And they've got the 5-point lead, 46-41.
When the technical foul happened on Bradley, I thought it was going to lean towards Drury's way. They were up by 5, but Hoosac responded. We'll see if Hoosac has one more response left in them because they're down 5 right now. And this next minute is going to be the key. Do we get a buzzer beater down to the wire, or can Drury put them away? So it's a big minute, big timeout by Jack. It'll be interesting which team comes out hot.
The biggest lead of this ball game has been 5 points. Drury has had a 5-point lead in this contest several occasions. Hoosac Valley has come back each time to cut that lead. They can't get over the hump. They have led for very small portions of this game. But here we go with 5:29 to go. Hoosac Valley have the ball when they come out of this timeout.
Yeah, if I'm Hoosac Valley, I want to make it a 1-possession game with 4 minutes left to go. And if I'm Drury, I want to make it a double-digit lead with 4 minutes to go. Both teams have different agendas. In a 5-point game, the next run will make a huge difference on the outcome of the game.
John, you mentioned earlier Jorge Bond's 19 points, season low in the first meeting. That's where he stands at this moment.
Yeah.
They've done a very good job.
Yeah, tonight
you can't stop him, but you can try to slow him down a little bit.
Right, tonight he had 3 wide open looks and buried it, but everything else has been difficult. And he's done a good job with 19, and he'll go to the line down the stretch probably, and he'll get over 20 consistently.
Wicks to Johnson. He's got 4 fouls. Thought about it. DiMaggio, good defense here by the Blue Devils. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ball tipped away, and it will stay with Hoosac Valley with 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Great defensive set by Drury.
Craig Gruber playing great defense. He did shove them a little bit, but they've been letting it go all night, but could have been a foul. Instead, they got short clock.
Go up and under by Johnson. Oh, right at the buzzer there with the 30-second clock expiring. Terrell Johnson. And he cuts the Drury lead to 3. And there it is, down on the block. And count it by Hinkle. No answer for Hinkle tonight, John.
No, he's getting the position he wants. The defender fell down, and he had the position, and another easy bucket for him. Having a night. Senior leader stepping up.
And there is Bradley.
And Bradley, the senior leader, trying to match him.
Still a 3-point Drury lead, 48-45. The step back doesn't go. There's Johnson on the board. And Hoosac Valley can tie this ball game here as we approach the 4-minute mark of this ball game.
Yeah, they made it a one-possession game.
Could have gotten a foul on Pregame on that one, too.
Yep. There's Bradley down the lane. Doesn't go. Johnson high for the rebound. And it's going to be tied up. A possession error will go with Drury. But boy, Johnson active on the boards.
Offensive rebounds about timing and hustle, and he has both. Down, he's a great offensive rebounder.
All right, Drury will have the ball here and the 3-point lead.
Good hustle by Zane Cayley to tie him up and get the ball back, but the next possession will now go to Hoosac. But let's see if Drury can cash in on the jump ball.
And Bradley and Bond. Bond thought about it. There's Fauscher. Oh, ball stolen away. Here comes Hoosac Mazzio. Ball stolen back. And the floor, they're going to call a foul there. Boy, big turn of events there.
Little helter-skelter basketball. Good steal by Mazzio. He tried to attack. He tried to make a pass. He fumbled the ball, and Drury got a tip. And then they got it back, and then eventually a foul.
Third team foul for Hoosac Valley. Drury has 2.
And they called it on Bradley, his 4th.
Correct.
I didn't think that was on Bradley. I think some of these calls are going to some guys who are in foul trouble.
Bradley and Bond, 3-point step back. Good! Oh, that's a big shot.
Bradley's done a great job on Bond, but he gave him a foot, and he didn't think he'd shoot from 24 feet, but he doesn't know Jorge Bond's range.
6-point lead. Mazzio with a floater, doesn't go. And Bond with the rebound and a foul.
A little frustration foul, I think, on Blake Mazzio there.
Yeah, and there's now every foul will be at the line for Drury, and that was actually a pretty good foul because if Bond got the pass up, it would have been a 2-on-1.
Big possession now for the Blue Devils. They've got the 6-point lead.
Biggest lead of the night with 3 minutes left to go. They can up it some more right here.
Here comes Bond. He's taking it right to Bradley and scores it.
That's just a scorer's mentality because it wasn't a great shot. It hit the front of the rim.
Biggest lead of the night. 8 points for Drury with under 3.
Because he's a scorer, it finds its way in.
There's Wicks on the line. Doesn't go with the shot. And Fauscher with the rebound.
And he's going
another
to the line.
foul. And a technical. Oh, that's a big turn of events there. Fauscher's going to go to the line and shoot 2 and a technical. With 2:45 to go here.
Same situation, 2 free throws for the technical, and then you get the ball back. This can put lights out for Hoosac if they cash in on all 4.
Right.
Fauscher will take the first 2. Jorge will take the next 2. If they cash all in 4, they get the first double-digit lead of the night, and they get the ball with under 3 minutes.
Yep. Shane Fauscher's going to take 2 shots on the foul, and as you said, Drury will then have 2 more shots and the ball back with 2:45 to go.
And I've been impressed with Hoosac's hustle all night long, but that's a couple of tough technicals that might have a big difference on this game.
There's Shane Fauscher's first point with 2:45 left in the ballgame.
Points of the game with 2:45 to go in this contest.
Well, that's a maturity thing there, because when you haven't scored and you have to go to a free throw line by yourself, that's a tough free throw. But he was able to get the one, not cash in the second.
All right, now Bond going to go to the line and shoot a pair on the technical foul. So he's going to get a pair. That's a second technical foul tonight.
Jorge's 4 out of 5 from the free throw line tonight.
Right. He missed his first and cashed in on the next 4. And there he goes.
Nothing but net there. 3 out of 4 gives them an 11-point lead.
And a timeout here as Drury has opened up an 11-point lead with 2:45 to go. And they're going to have the ball back, John, in a big turn of events. It's major turn of events there in this ball game. It's been so tightly contested.
And it has been, and this has opened up a little bit. And sadly for Hoosac, it's unfortunate they picked up 2 technicals. Kurt Chalana, veteran official, Todd Andrews, veteran official. They don't like to call technicals in big games, but the emotions got a little bit out of the way for Hoosac, and now they got a bigger mountain to climb.
Right. And you want to stay tuned to channel 1302. We're going to have lots of action coming up as we've got the Western Advanced Tournament and the MIAA State Tournament. And as we indicated, both the Drury boys and Drury girls highly ranked #1 in each of their respective divisions, Division 5. So they're going to have home games throughout the tournament. Hoosac Valley looks like they probably will get at least one home game. They would have loved to have won this one tonight, because that certainly would propel them up the ranking ladder. The game's not over yet. They got a big hill to climb here with 2:45 to go. Drury can run some clock and make Hoosac Valley.
You look at Zane Cayley out there down the stretch. It's good to have a player that the moment's not too big.
Right.
He's not afraid of the big moment, and he does a great job on the defensive end, and he's seeing some crunch time minutes. This will be the nail on the coffin if they score here.
Right. Fauscher on the top, looking back door to Bond, not good. And Pringruber, there's Bond with the turn, doesn't go from the top. And there's Johnson on the board. He gets it quickly to Bradley.
Big rebound.
3-pointer from the corner. Short-armed it by Wicks. And
oh!
Yeah.
Might have gotten away with one there.
Might have, that's right. From the corner. Down! Pengruber for 3, and that might be the dagger. J.J. Pengruber, the junior, with a big 3 ball. And we've got a 14-point lead. And Mazzio, and a foul on the outside.
Man, Cayley, his first.
Yeah, on the block.
Team's third here in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Pringruber doesn't shoot the ball that much, but I know he had 4 or 5 threes in a scrimmage up at Mount Anthony, and they said watch for him shooting. And that one was nothing but net in a big moment.
Wicks for 3, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the line and shoot 3. And Coach Reset not happy with that one, John, as the clock is not going to be moving, and Wicks is going to be able to go to the line and shoot 3.
That's going to be 4 on Pringruber.
Right.
Which may end up getting Durant back in the ballgame if needed.
And you want to stay tuned here post-game. We might have some interviews for you. We'll see about that. Wicks rolls that one in. John, I think Drury has done a tremendous job defensively on Wicks and Mazzio, really running them off that 3-point line.
Yeah, that was the first time they fouled him out there, and they kind of let him turn a corner there, and it led to a foul. But all night long, they've been taking it at him and making him drive it to the floor and then immediate help.
Yep, and ball inbound to Bonds. So he's going to hang on to it. The senior, they want him to have his hands on the ball, and he gets it to go. Jorge Bond with a slashing basket for the Blue Devils, and they've got the 14-point lead again. 1:20 to go in the ball game. There's Wicks to the corner. Doesn't go. He's going to run down his own rebound. And the ball knocked away. It'll stay with Hoosac Valley with 1:08 to go.
Yeah, all you got to do is play good defense and make them use a little bit of clock, because Hoosac did a good job scoring 47 points tonight, but it's very hard to get a 14-point lead in a minute. Nice pass.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful pass. Lieben out of Johnson.
Hoosac's got to start fouling, but they don't want to foul Bond, but that's who has the ball.
And that's going to be Wicks. And so Jorge Bond will go to the line. And Bonds.
See, again, it's easy for me up here, but I would double team Bond, let him not get the ball, and then foul anybody else. Now you got the leading Berkshire County scorer at the line to ice the game.
Well, John, I think the story of this one, although it's not over yet, but I'll tell you, the score will not reflect how tough this game was for both teams.
It was a heck of a ball game. With 4 minutes left, it was a 3-point game. And then Drury went on that next streak, and Hoosac hasn't matched it. 4 minutes left, it was 48-45.
Right. And there's Mazzio. He's got a 3-ball.
Bond's going to end up with 30 points, at least high 20s, because he's had a great fourth quarter. And Drury's going to go away with the sweep this year.
And Mazzio with the steal gets it ahead to Wicks. And we're down to a 9-point lead, but that's going to do it. We only got 10 seconds left.
And Bond's going back to the line.
Yep. Drury is going to come away with an incredible, hard-fought victory here. Yeah, Hoosac Valley, their record now, they're going to improve to 15-2. And with this win, I believe they will claim a share of the league title. Hoosac Valley will fall to 9-8.
Hoosac's going to be able to make some runs in their division. They got a good team. Right now, Drury has a scoring of Bond, the leadership of Hinkle, and they got depth all over the floor. Prenguber had a great fourth quarter. They're looking really impressive heading into Western Mass.
They certainly are. 10 seconds to go. 10-point lead, 64-54. Drury. Jorge Bond with the shot, and he's coming out of the game, and he had a great one for Drury. What you'd expect.
Yeah, there was some scary moments there, but he proved that he was okay in the second half.
Johnson with a putback, and that's going to do it. That is going to do it here at Hoosac Valley as Drury comes away with a 9-point victory, 65-56, in a hard-fought game that you wouldn't expect anything less when these two teams match up.
Drury scored 17 points in the final 4 minutes, and the last 4 minutes made it a 9-point lead. They scored one at the buzzer, but Drury put it away in the final minutes, but Hoosac had a hell of a game, and it was a great ball game for the first 28 minutes. In the last 4, Drury put it away.
And guys, I got to tell you, I think our player of the game, we're going to have an interview right up here right now. Let's see if we can give him a headset. Come on up. What do you get? Let's get him up here. Come on in here. Connor, come on in here.
How you doing?
Very good.
Thank you very much.
We're pleased to have with us Connor Hinkle. Connor, you're our player of the game here tonight. Tremendous performance in a hard fought contest between Hoosac Valley and Drury, just the way it usually plays itself out.
Absolutely. That was a great game, and the environment was awesome. But I'm glad we came out with the win in the end. That's for sure.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you, we commented during the course of the broadcast on a couple things. Number one, I thought your defensive game plan was great. I thought you did a great job running Hoosac Valley shooters off the three-point line.
Absolutely. We have the best coach in the country. It's Jack. And he gets us prepared for every game. And this was no different. We've been doing it all season, and we've proved that. So I think we're the best team out here.
Well, listen, you firmly ensconced yourself in the number one spot. And the other thing that we commented on the broadcast, Hoosac Valley also was trying to concentrate on Bond and Durant on the outside. They were doing a pretty good job controlling them.
Yeah.
And Drury was looking for you, and they looked like they really had you in mind offensively, and they were willing to go down low, and Hoosac really didn't seem to have an answer for you tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Why would you not guard Jorge and Braden out there? They're the best two shooters that I've ever seen. So, I'm just glad my boys had the trust in me, and I'm glad that, we came out with the win in the end.
Well, you did a great job, and also a great job on the foul line. Unofficially, I think we had –
Let's see. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 out of 9.
8 out of 9, boy.
And the other one just rolled off.
I know.
When you shoot 8 out of 9, you're not going to lose many balls.
Unofficially, we don't do all stats, but 20 points. What a way to end your career here.
Absolutely.
Because you give 100% all the time. Doesn't matter what you score. You need to be out there. You're a catalyst of that team. But tonight, you wanted the paint. You owned the paint.
Absolutely. I always, I want the ball, but we got to share the ball throughout all 5. 1 through 10 at that point. But,
yeah, right.
I'm thankful for my boys getting me the ball, and I'm thankful for having the trust in me to do that. And we're ballers.
Well, you guys have had a great season so far. We want to wish you the best of luck. Now, the rest of the way, we'll be covering you, I'm sure, both in the Western Mass Tournament and the MIA. You guys have earned the number one spot. You deserve it. You guys have had a great year.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Now, listen, you got one other job to do. Could you get down and have your head coach come up here if he's got a moment? He's talking to all the press, but, see if you can get him to come up here.
Yeah, I'll try. He's not a talkative guy, I got you.
Thanks, Connor.
Thank
Connor
you so
Hinkle,
Congratulations,
our player of the game here tonight, Hoosac Valley and Drury, and he had a great game, and we're going to have
Debbie.
We're going to have see if we can get.
Well, we had him.
Yeah, well, we had him, but he's talking to.
You want Jorge?
Yeah, if he wants to come up, listen. We're doing a lot of post-game interviews. We're going to bring in Jorge Bond. Jorge, thanks for joining us up here on Broadcast Row.
Oh, this thing's pretty cool.
So listen, Jorge, congratulations, number one. What a great contest, great atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely.
We said it at the end of the game. You'll read about the game tomorrow. This was a nip and tuck affair the whole way.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very physical game. Yeah.
How's the eye?
It's all right.
Yeah.
I just got poked. I found a new contact in my bag. That was all good.
So was that the issue? It was an eye issue?
Yeah, it was just an eye
issue.
issue.
We were worried that you got banged up in the head there a little bit.
No,
but
all good.
Good. Well, Jorge, listen, you guys now have clinched a share of the league title, which is an accomplishment in and of themselves, and the number one seed. It looks pretty certain now with the rankings that you guys are going to, especially with this victory, going to maintain the number one spot, both in Western Mass and in Division 5. So no matter how far you go, you're going to be at home up at Drury.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be great. The home atmosphere is definitely different. We can shoot the ball way better. Shots weren't falling, as I heard, in the second quarter. In the first quarter, third quarter, they weren't falling. Fourth quarter, they started to fall a little bit. But at home, it's definitely going to be a better shooting.
Well, we commented with Connor that both your game plan, your defensive plan, Drury's, and Hoosac Valley, you guys did a great job, I thought, of running Aiden Wicks and Mazio off that three-point line. Hoosac Valley, I think, had the same philosophy with you. you were able to get the ball to Hinkle, and he had a great game for you.
Yeah, he definitely had a great game. Yeah.
You know, Hoosac Valley had no answer for him, really, down on the block.
No, he was awesome tonight. He was amazing.
Yeah. Well, look, we want to congratulate you. We're going to be doing more games down the ride, and we want to wish you the best of luck going forward. Nothing but the best to the Drury Blue Devils. You guys have had a great year so far.
Awesome.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you so much.
I had one thing for Jorge.
Yeah.
Last year, you fell a little bit short against Granby in the Western Mass. I know you're going to want to get back there into the finals again. And you played at home and knocked off Boston English, and you made the Final Four. But coming into the season, what were some of the goals you and Coach Jack had come up with? I mean, I would assume trying to win the Berkshire League, or at least do well in it. I would assume beating Hoosac Valley, and then taking small steps as Western Mass and the MIAs come on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the league is nice, but we like to call it our preseason and our postseason when it really starts.
Right.
So it was definitely one of our goals to win league, Western Mass, and then hopefully the whole thing. But we win 7-2. I think. I mean, if Pittsfield won tonight, we'll see. But it's great. It's great. It's great.
I see both of you ending at 8-2.
8-2, yeah.
Right.
Regardless of your matchup, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But it's just. I think Coach Rossett had told us earlier in the season when he saw the schedule. Just give me 10 wins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just want to make the playoffs. We need to prove ourselves from last year.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, best of luck, Jorge.
Best of luck the rest of the
All
way, and you got one other assignment, and that's to get Coach Rossett up here. All
right.
Because we want to talk to him.
Thank you.
Jorge, thanks a lot. Jorge
Thanks,
Bond for the Drury Blue Devils, who came away victorious here tonight with a 65-56 win. And what a nice young man Mr. Bond is, the players are following. We got Coach Rossett coming in here one bit. We got the next man up, Coach.
Okay, got it.
Coach.
Well, I just understood you won the Berkshire League, Coach.
Great atmosphere.
Beat Hoosac Valley, win the Berkshire League. Now Jorge says that's all preseason to us.
Great atmosphere here tonight, and we said at the end it was a 9-point game, but I'll tell you, you'll read about it in the paper. It doesn't really match what was going on here tonight. These two teams battled tooth and nail the whole way.
Yeah, I mean, we made some big plays down the stretch.
Oh, absolutely.
And they couldn't get a basket, and they beat us on the boards a little bit, and they get a second chance. And I thought we did a decent job on Wicks late, not letting them get the three off. And, a couple 2-point baskets here or there. But, I thought our bench played really well. Prengruber came in, gave us great minutes.
Great game.
Great minutes.
You had some guys that had to step up tonight on the bench. And we commented during the broadcast, we thought the defensive game plan was excellent. I thought you did a great job running Wicks, who's a good scorer, off that 3-point. And even Mazio, you ran him off the 3-point line and made him put the ball on the floor and penetrate.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it like, twos are better than threes.
Yeah.
We don't want to give up any, but, I thought our weak side help wasn't as good as it could be. But when you run guys off the line, you're creating a lot of 4-on-3s in small areas.
Yeah.
And, but I thought overall, we hung tough when we had to. Hinkle had a huge game.
Oh, absolutely.
Senior leadership right there.
Yeah.
He's been in these games. He knows how to play it.
Yeah.
Kept his composure, and, it was a good win.
Yeah, no answer for Hinkle tonight. He was a real horse, both low and on the boards and defensively for you guys. He's just a great performance by Connor, the senior.
Yep. Again, I think that's being around. Right, he's played in a lot of big games, and he knows what it takes, and he kept his composure. So
on to Western Mass and the States. You're looks like you're pretty well locked in now as the number 1 seed. Of course, the beauty of that is you get the home floor for as long as you stay in action, so to speak.
Yeah, again, I mean, the number means nothing once you start playing. There's a lot of teams out there that are very good. You got to bring your A game every night, and you hope for the best, and sometimes you got to get a little lucky.
Sure. Yep.
Free throws for Drury, 18 out of 20.
Just tremendous. Tremendous from the line tonight.
18 out of 20.
We try to do 3 things. Don't turn the ball over, rebound, and make foul shots. We turned the ball over like it was our job.
Yeah.
And we got beat on the boards, and we made foul shots, which was the difference in the game. We started to rebound better late.
Yes. Late. I agree with that.
But,
Well,
that's a nice effort for the kids.
Coach,
yeah,
congratulations. We'll see you down the road.
Yeah.
Couple days.
Yeah.
It'll be a good
the
thing.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Super Bowl.
All right, let me get my kids out.
All right,
here.
thanks a lot,
Well,
Coach.
bye-bye.
Thanks an awful lot for
Coach.
joining, taking the time. All right,
Run down the scoring here. First of all, for the Hurricanes, they were led by Cornell Bradley with 20 points, 10 and 10. 10 the first half, 10 the second half. Aiden Wicks with 14, well below his average. 8 for Terrell Johnson on a tremendous night on the boards.
Right.
4 for Ben Payton, 3 for Blake Mazzio on a 3 very late, and 2 apiece for Ben Cachet and Ian Liebenow, and a free throw for Craig Field for their 56. For the Drury Blue Devils, Jorge Bond with 32, 11 in the first half, 21 or 20 in the second half, 32, 20 points for Connor Hinkle, and as I said, John, I don't know if you heard it when I said 18 for 20 from the line for Drury.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Oh,
That's
my God.
incredible. That's
Yeah.
a great night of
Yeah.
shooting. They've had some off nights, but
Right.
if you shoot 90%, you're going to win most ball games.
J.J. Pringle with an incredible performance off the bench, I thought, with 7 points, but everything else that he did with rebounding, passing, and his defense was outstanding.
And 7 points, but a timely 3 that put the game away.
Absolutely, John.
Well-
Braden Durant with only a 3 tonight, so he was quiet. Lucas Hamilton with 2 free throws, and Shane Foster with a free throw. So, figuring that 2 kids that average almost in double figures barely scored. Boy, did Connor Hinkle step up tonight as a senior. What incredible.
Yeah, he really did. He had a great contest tonight, and of course, I'll just leave it at this way: it never fails. It never fails to live up. It was a great atmosphere here tonight. Great experience between these 2 fine high school teams. They may meet down the road. We don't know.
It's possible.
In Division 5 in the state tournament, it's a possibility. But it was really a great atmosphere here tonight, and a great high school athletic event.
Well, I love watching Drury because Bond ended up with 32 points, which was 19, I think, going into the fourth quarter.
Right.
Connor ends up with 20, but nobody on Drury seems to care who's scoring the points.
Right.
Like when they needed Connor Hinkle, he stepped up in a big way. Faucher was in foul trouble, and Bond was hurt, and he had 3 3-point plays in the first half. And then Bond came on in the second half and got his 32 points, and he didn't even look like he tried to get it. It just comes in the flow of the game. I'm impressed with this team. They got a legitimate scorer and great role players and great coaching. I'm looking forward to the Western Mass and then the state tournament.
Yep. It's going to be exciting down the road. You want to stay tuned to Northern Berkshire Community Television. We'll be trying to cover as much as we can playoff action, both boys and girls. And that's going to do it here from Hoosac Valley. Drury with the victory tonight, and they win the conference title as Pittsfield was beaten tonight by Taconic. So Drury has the outright championship of the conference as well as this victory tonight. The final score here was Drury 65, Hoosac 56. For my broadcast partners, John Jacoby and Rick Boa, we want to say good night.
Go Patriots.
That's right.